119. Welcome back, Walkons fans, episode 119 of the podcast. And today we're joined by another former teammate of ours. Kind of another similar story to us, an under-recruited Iowa kid, was able to get to Iowa on scholarship, but a guy that had to grind his way through the program just like everybody else, put in his time, a weight room warrior. A guy that probably holds several records there at the university now because he was just an absolute stallion when it came to strength conditioning, speed, and agility. Man, that's one of the biggest memories. I remember this guy just dominating conditioning every single time around. Now he's a San Francisco 49er and has a Super Bowl appearance under his belt. So, Ross, welcome to the podcast, and hopefully we can get into some pretty good stories.
Yeah, appreciate it. I'm excited to be here.
Ross Reynolds in the building. Ross, Talk about that. Your strength conditioning. I remember you in the weight room too. And obviously strength conditioning, Coach Doyle, massive part of the Iowa program. In your mind, coming from, and we'll get back there, but coming from Waukee, making the trek down I-80 to Iowa City, how important was strength conditioning for you, and how did you view that as part of your, part of how you were going to ascend in the Iowa program?
I mean, yeah. So, I mean, I pretty much owe almost everything to Coach Doyle.
So do we.
Yeah. I mean, everybody does at Iowa. He kind of changed everything. I got there. I was fat. I'll admit it. A little overweight.
What did you come in at?
Oh, I think I came in at like maybe 310.
So we talked about this. We did a nutrition episode a couple episodes ago, and we kind of mentioned how some of the linemen come in at the correct weight. Mm-hmm. It's not the right weight.
No, too much fat, too much fat on the bones. That's what it was. And so he kind of, that first year was a little rough. Didn't know if it was going to be for me. I don't know. I think that kind of happens for everybody. But
dude, it took me 3 years. We had to go to a Big Ten championship. I figured out it was. I had to fucking watch success happen before I all the way bought in.
Yeah, no, I mean, and then you see that was like my first year. Sheriff was there, and he was like, it's Brandon Sheriff.
Yeah,
fucking massive, insanely strong, and he's part of. I mean, he's the master, one of Doyle's many masterpieces that he has.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Coach Doyle, it took time. Once I fully bought in. It was fully bought into Coach Doyle and his nutrition and everything that he does. Just went to town every day. It sucked. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, nobody enjoys it. There's some people that enjoy it and they're fucked up in the head. But.
Yeah, a little bit. Talk about you specifically at 310. What did that look like then? Transforming kind of that lean mass, that muscle mass. Mm-hmm. Give me a time frame of how kind of the major steps in your process of like when you finally did he have you lose weight personally and then gain back some good weight? Is that how that worked?
So it was, I came in, I think it was 311, 312, and I dropped down like 288.
Yep.
And just started, eating right and, taking advantage of the weight room and everything and buying into the program. And then it was, from then on, it was just every day going in, and doing it. I mean, you had to, there's some kids that it just they don't fully buy in, and
sure,
it's part of it. And that's one of the things you got to do with Doyle. You have to buy in. Otherwise it's not going to work.
Yeah. If you don't buy in, it's hard to wake up in the morning and
really,
which we saw, we saw it all the time. Dude, the days that it was hard to buy in were the days where it was in season on like a Tuesday morning, whatever, or Monday morning, when we had to lift after we had just played a game and after camp had already happened and everything.
Yep.
The morning, still waking up before practice to lift, I was like, dude, what?
The week you go to play Wisconsin, you're fucking maxing out. It's like no, but I mean he did what he did. He did it to fucking everybody.
Yeah.
But no, it was the change I went 311, 288, and then just started putting, working on.
When did you feel like body wise you turned the corner and you kind of felt comfortable? You started to feel like you really could hang.
I think it was like my third year. Really, okay. I mean, I would say that actually that summer going into that third year, and just started to get the speed up and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, but I mean, the biggest thing is just the one thing I really found out that helped a lot was, going in and like lifting with the older guys, like lifting with you, like Ike and all those. I mean, Ike and Sean, the guys that fucking work their asses. Oh yeah, Daddy.
What do you have to say about those three guys, Boone, Ike, and Sean in our grade?
Oh shit!
Because I have to imagine that as the direct grade above you in that O-line room, that those three played a kind of a huge part in your development, right?
100%. I mean, Sean, I was his fucking roommate for camp for 2 years in a row, and I had to deal with his damn snoring. It was couldn't sleep, but no, it was they played a massive part in it. Especially, Ike was always there if you needed anything. I mean, he's like that for everybody. He's an amazing fucking guy.
Yeah,
he cares about everybody. That's how he is.
What is it about Ike that's so special?
I don't know. It's just I think it's personality. Like he always finds a way to have a good time or like make it somewhat enjoyable. Always. It could be the shittiest. You're running fucking game simulators, and he's making jokes or something.
And you could hear that laugh, and it's just over.
Yeah. Yeah, the laugh. And then, Sean, just being dad, he would make sure everybody was fucking in line doing what they're supposed to.
Yep.
And then Boone, I mean, it was that
Boone is a grinder, dude.
Oh yeah. I mean, look at him. Fucking he's another one of Doyle's successes. I mean, he fucking transformed him into a fucking hoss, and that's what he is. Then I mean, I was competing with him. I think it was his senior year, my junior year. We were competing to play, and it was awesome to go against, a guy that's been playing for a couple of years and, just Absolutely. Fight your ass off. So
yeah,
no, they're three amazing guys.
Yeah, they're doing decent. I think that, God, just thinking about Ike, he's so funny.
I miss him so much. I can't wait to get together with him and the young stallion.
Oh,
yeah, he's a dad now.
Yeah, he's a dad. He's a fucking dad. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
No, he's one of those guys that you'll always remember. I mean, Pinnacle, Iowa.
Oh yeah, forever. Ike likes to get into the kind of all three of those guys in the back house when we lived there. Ike, Bo, and Josie, they all like to get into the hunting, the fishing, stuff like that. As we sit here doing the interview, you have a Browning gun safe sitting behind you.
Legendary backdrop. That's probably one of the best. That's probably the best backdrop yet.
I
wish there were guns out.
Just sitting in
I should just open it up for you.
Yeah. You kind of fit that prototypical like Brandon Sheriff, Austin Blythe, like lineman, Iowa guy, hunter. Like talk about that like legacy. I feel like it's a brotherhood within the brotherhood of Iowa football.
I think it's just kind of part of it's just, there's that group of guys that really fucking loves it. I mean, we were
the Diesel brothers.
Yeah. I mean, it was going fucking during we would get done with our finals, how some guys would be done on Monday or Tuesday, and we go fucking duck hunt the rest of the week. Wake up, go lift, maybe if we had to go lift, and then go duck hunt the rest of the fucking day.
All day.
When it's fucking 5 degrees out. Yeah. Yeah. We went out we went out one day, a big group of us, and I fucking fell through the ice and got soaked, and that was
Oh my God, really?
Oh yeah. Yeah. And then of course Brian found out about it, and it was fucking just
What did he have to say?
Oh, it just, he finds something to make fun of, and he finds some way to give you shit, and that's what
Talk about Brian Ferentz. Give us a favorite or two favorite Brian Ferentz stories because they're always legendary.
I think some of my favorites are just his sayings he has for everything, or like his
Everybody's
name.
an asshole. So if you're an asshole, that's a term of endearment. If you're a fucking asshole, he really is not a fan of you.
No, never be a fucking asshole. That's what he says. Nobody likes a fucking asshole. No, I mean how we could spend fucking. We were supposed to have meetings, and we would spend the whole fucking meeting. He would tell stories and shit, and that was like the best. After, especially during camp.
With Safranco in the room.
Oh my, yeah, especially Safranco. Safranco passed out in the back. Yeah, fucking
smelling the place up.
I mean, you could smell him as he walked down the hallway. No, it was getting Max riled up. Him, I think honestly the best was during camp when Brian was just fucking. You're on your 26th fucking practice and he's just done with it. It was just one of those days. He's done with it. Comes in, sits down, and just tells stories. And that's what made it fun. I mean, camp sucks dick for everybody. I mean,
everybody.
Yeah, nobody enjoys it. And he can be a prick sometimes. Everybody can be a prick sometimes, but he could be mad fucking 5 minutes ago, and the next he's telling stories, messing around with you. And that's Brian was
he a part of your recruitment?
Yeah, but it was mainly Coach Morgan. Coach Morgan was I remember meeting Coach Morgan at the Hy-Vee, the West Lakes Hy-Vee in West Des Moines, right off the interstate. We met there at breakfast one morning. And that's kind of actually that morning was that time we met him at Hy-Vee was the time that he said they were gonna, offer me a full scar or offer me the gray shirt opportunity or whatnot.
So you were originally going to be a gray shirt.
Yeah. So I was originally going to be a gray shirt. And I got invited to, so I didn't really get a scholarship until after my senior season was completely done. And Coach Morgan said that they wanted me to come up for the everybody who had you have the guys who get scholarships have a what the fuck's the day called? When you come take your
I'm trying to think
recruiting trip, or not your
it's like an official
official visit. Yeah, when you come take your official visit. He said that he wanted me to come up when everybody else came up, and so I came up and we were sitting Coach Ferentz in his living room, whatever, and that's when I got the full scholarship. But yeah, I was originally planning to be on a gray shirt, not going till that December or whatnot.
I had to imagine that's a pleasant surprise when they tell you that was going to be the situation.
Yeah, that was a big thing. I was just tickled pink to fucking get a gray shirt opportunity, or
right?
Whatnot.
Of course.
And then they offered me the full scholarship, and it was
you. So I mean,
jealous.
For those that don't know, coming out of Waukee Warriors, which is where I rep now, repping them. That's where I live. You, as far as a high school lineman, we would have played each other from Marshalltown, but I don't remember. I do kind of remember playing you my senior season when you were a junior, but I didn't at the time. I wasn't you don't know who's going to Iowa. You don't know what's going on. I remember you, obviously. Around that time, your junior season is probably around the time things started to pick up. What did it look like for you as far as other options besides Iowa?
Yeah, so I think my first scholarship was to or first offer, it was to Western Illinois. AJ Blazik, who actually played at Iowa.
Legend.
Yeah, he was the O-line coach there. And so he was all over it. And they were the first ones. And it was, Illinois State. And then it was UNI. Oh, shit.
Was Iowa State ever a part of the picture?
Yeah, so Iowa State was, I grew up in Iowa. I wanted to go to Iowa. I knew that.
Right.
That was a goal ever since I was a little kid. I want to play Iowa, and play in Kinnick. But no, Iowa State, they were the ones who really seemed really interested or whatever, and they kind of toyed around or whatever, and nothing really ever happened. They offer out fucking 100 scholarships every year, just like Nebraska. Nobody goes. But
Tough. Hey, it's
I
tough.
wouldn't sign either of those losers anyways, dude.
No, I'm just saying it's like, yeah, they acted like they wanted to give a scholarship out or whatnot. Nothing ever happened. And then the Iowa thing happened. It was like
Easy decision.
That's no question. I mean, Coach Ferentz said, "Yeah, we want to give you a scholarship." I was like, "Okay, I'm coming." Like it wasn't like I didn't have to go home and fucking think about it.
Right.
It was,
There was. It was like play hardball there.
Oh no. Yeah, I got
have to sell you on that one. So then, you said how about your third year you started to feel comfortable. It would have been our fourth year, so that would have been 2016.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly, that's about the time that you started to play like field goal unit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you were on the field goal unit with the Diesels and Keegan, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But not a whole lot. I mean, it was mainly. I mean, I got a couple times, but it wasn't. I wasn't.
You were a part of it, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when did like real playing time start to happen? Was that senior year or did junior year?
That was my junior year.
Junior year? Okay.
Yeah. So your senior year. That was when it kind of happened, and I was rotating with
because
Boone
was hurt.
Yep. Yeah. So I was rotating.
He had the most unfortunate.
His foot was so fucked up. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, it was me, and I was rotating with Boone, and then eventually, Boone's foot was just so messed up, and so I started rotating with Keegan or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Welsh was playing fucking right tackle, because Ike was out as well.
Yep.
So I started playing then, and then senior year I got the opportunity to play, the whole time, which was, that's what you dream of.
And you spent most of your time at right guard?
Left guard. Yeah.
Left guard.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that where you really felt most comfortable? Because I mean, I know all you guys kind of know all the positions a little bit, but did you spend most of your time there coming up through the years, or was there ever a chance that you were going to be somewhere else?
Yeah. So it was like, I mean, I could have played right guard, but it was when Brian was my O-line coach, I was playing, left and right, and then Coach Polisek got there. And that's when him and Coach Ferentz decided I was just going to
stick it out at left.
Yeah, stick it out at left.
How'd we like Timmy?
I mean, I loved Tim.
Absolutely loved him.
I saw it as, when Tim got there, I thought it was an opportunity more than anything. Because before that, I hadn't really been playing, and so I saw it as an opportunity and, took advantage of it, I guess, and just worked my ass off even more, or tried to, and things worked out or whatnot. But
it's just the energy that Coach Polisek it can't be matched by anybody else. Like
it seemed like you'd take fucking pre-workout at 5:30 in the morning every morning.
If you gave me Coke and Adderall, I still couldn't get that lit.
No, it's and he doesn't drink coffee. So it doesn't make fucking sense.
It doesn't make sense, dude. At all times of the day, doesn't matter how long he's been working on football continuously, the dude is screaming his ass.
Screaming.
Unbelievable. And you can hear him from down the fucking hallway. You could walk by come up the stairs, to the meeting rooms, and you could hear him in our line room just yelling.
I think he's just got one of those farm tanks full of jet fuel, and he just sits on the nozzle every morning and gets his filler.
When he goes to sleep, he has to sleep so goddamn hard.
Oh, I remember there was one morning he was late, and like we had started meetings, like he hadn't even left his fucking house, and we'd started meetings, and it was he was on another fucking level that morning. He came in hot as shit. Oh, he looked like his face was bright red. He was ready to just fucking kill somebody. He was so fucking pissed at himself. But I loved
200
him.
miles an hour. It was refreshing. He helped bring like a new juice to the team when him and Kelton Copeland stepped in that year. That was super exciting. They were good dudes.
Quite a bit of energy. Gave you Coach Woods. I mean, it was.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into, because we don't have all the time. You played through your senior year. As far as after you graduated, you guys won the Outback Bowl against Mississippi State. I guess first of all, how did it feel to go out on that note?
That was unbelievable.
Because you were only 1 year after us, and so you had experienced before the pinstripe the year previous. Mm-hmm. You had experienced 3 bowl losses as well, so you knew you were kind of part of that group. Our class and your class, where it was like a bowl win is it was like elusive for this long time.
Yep, and you felt. I think the biggest thing is you felt so bad for the seniors. Going out on a loss. We had the opportunity to finish with a win for each class, and that was awesome. Mm-hmm. But no, that was unbelievable beating a fucking SEC team. It was at a bowl that game that it seemed like it was our second home going back down to Tampa. But no, that was unbelievable, and the being able to party with the coaches after that game. I don't know if you guys got the opportunity after the Pinstripe Bowl, but I remember Brian telling us that he would buy us a drink if we won that game. He would buy the seniors a drink or whatever. And so I remember after that, we all had a huge party at the hotel. And it was, being partying with fucking, Captain Kirk was there. He was – Coach Ferentz was there drinking his beer. His I can't remember what it's called, St. Pauli girl or whatever it was.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. What is it called?
Brian told us that he was just gonna give us the credit card if we won the Big Ten championship. He just said it was on him that night. We won the Big Ten championship, and we just shit the bed.
Yeah,
that's unfortunate.
That was unbelievable. Go out and be able to go out and hang out with your coaches in a different setting than fucking the facility.
Because at that point, you're no longer.
They have no response.
When the clock hits 0 on that game, like. The relationship changes now. It's not – they no longer have responsibility over you. Like, you're still a representative of the program and such, but they don't have to worry about you being ready to go anymore. Like, you've graduated and now the child has left the house. After that game and I guess through that senior season, what was the aspiration as far as the NFL? Like, what was the outlook? What was the goal for you?
I mean, I wanted to play. It was that had been my dream. I mean, whenever you got asked in school what you want to do when you grow up is, I want to play. I mean, be in the NFL.
And everyone looks at you like, okay, but like,
that's not fucking happening. No, and so it was. We went back to work with Coach Doyle. Took 2 or 3 weeks off after the bowl game and went back to work with Coach Doyle and just went to town. And that was pretty intense. That was but it was awesome training with. We had almost everybody in my class was, trying to do the same thing. So we were all training together still. So it was just like almost like another normal winter of workouts. But
it's got that like real cool, relaxed environment.
Yeah. Like Coach Doyle's not going fucking crazy at us. He's, he's having fun, messing around with everybody.
Yep.
He's good. He's good mood Doyle instead of bad mood Doyle. There's a difference there. So.
You're muted, Drake.
Oh, I'm muted. My fault. I said there's a serious difference between good and bad mood Doyle, and you really, really love good mood Doyle.
Oh, it's a great time when he's in a good mood.
That spring of pro day training, like when he's in a good mood, like he knows that at that point, similar to like the coaching staff after that game, he knows at that point, there's nothing on him, right? Like if you don't go have an NFL career, it doesn't look bad, because that's not his main goal as a strength conditioning coach is the Iowa Hawkeyes. Now he's been really good at that. It's a secondary benefit of the guys who play in the program. But at that point, it's not like, he wants to make you the best Hawkeye lineman. And once you're no longer the current Hawkeye lineman, man, those days where he would be in that good mood that you're talking about, I would just want to stay out on the field. Like, let's train for 4 or 5 hours. This is fun as hell. Like
it's enjoyable. It's not shitty.
Yeah. It was awesome. Relax. There's no time frame because you're working out at like 9 a.m. and it's just like whatever, man. It's like whatever. So you go through pro day training and leading up to the draft. What was it like talking to any teams? Anybody like calling you at all or?
Yeah. So I talked to a couple teams. Funny thing is I never once heard anything from the 49ers. Never, not a single thing at all. And so it was, my agent and we didn't know really what was going to happen. And then I watched the draft, that third day was intense. I mean, I
Yeah.
remember heart beating like crazy, especially down towards the end because you didn't know what was going to happen. And then it ended, and then all of a sudden, get a couple phone calls, and I think I got a call from the Giants, the Ravens, the Saints, and then the 49ers.
Okay.
And I actually missed the first 49ers call because I was on the phone with the Giants, and I was like, oh shit. And I didn't know who it was because, it was
Right.
it wasn't a California number or whatever. So, but I gave them a call back, and, we got everything, my agent got everything worked out and whatnot. And I was, as soon as it was almost, I bet you 2 minutes after I decided that I was going to go there, I got a text from George and CJ, and it was like,
damn.
I'm going somewhere where, you have family there. And that's part of being a Hawkeye is we have everybody we have, guys all over the place. And so pretty much no matter where anybody goes, you have a former teammate or a former Hawk that's going to be there and, be there to help you out when you need stuff.
You got a young progressive head coach and a couple of former teammates, and that's a pretty good situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm always curious, Ross, how that works for the because it definitely didn't happen for me. The draft ends, and then you start getting all those calls, right? So the first team who calls you, what do they say? Like, do they give you a time frame to make a decision? Because they have to know that other teams are going to be calling as well, and you can't just say like the first team who calls, like, okay, I'm in, but like,
yeah. Well, in a way, it kind of comes down. I mean, think you've been a poor college kid the whole damn time. And then all these teams call you and offer you money, and it's like, I don't know what to do. And so, that's where the agent is helpful because he kind of he tells you what you need to do, or whatnot. And then also, my agent is really good because he would, monitor what teams already have. So if they already have, 5 or 6 guards on the team, then it's not looking good for you. And so, and that was part of the decision. I made sure to go somewhere that didn't have a whole lot of depth, in the the guard area or the interior alignment area.
Right.
But yeah, so it was, they give you a call, teams start offering money, and, they try to make it sound really good.
Oh, of course.
They go into that recruiting mode, like how when you're getting recruited or whatever.
I'm sure you heard a lot of like, oh, we were going to take you with that last pick, but we knew you were so we knew we'd have you here. Like,
it's like, okay, so why did you do it? I mean, it's but no, it was a pretty intense experience. I remember my heart beating like crazy that whole damn time, because it's something, like I said, it's something you've been dreaming of forever.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
And then I got the opportunity to, but no, I was so excited, the Niners call, and I was like, well, I would love, what I kind of wanted to do before was I would love to have been close to home, been only a couple of hours away from home. Now I'm fucking 26 hours away. And it was a little bit of a transition, a little bit of a jump, but I'm so excited to be a part. Everybody had talked, shitty essentially about the Niners last year, said that we weren't really going to do anything, win a couple games or whatnot. And then, it was, you got there and I got there and we were in OTAs and stuff, and you could just see like Kyle Shanahan, just the way his mind works is unbelievable. The knowledge that he has of the game is, he knows what's going to happen before the play even starts. He knows what the defense. So it was, it's an awesome opportunity to be out there and be, awesome O-line coach, awesome guys in the room. Joe Staley, fucking legend.
Yeah. Legend, Hall of Famer, dude. You got to play with Joe Staley.
He was the reason I wore number 74 in high school. Like and that's how it was for a lot of guys. Like we all talk about it. We'll give him shit because that's how it was. A lot of guys wanted to we wore number 74 in high school or college or whatever because of him. And then I had the opportunity to be in the room with him in the first.
Yeah, I was just about to say, how surreal was it to go from an under-recruited Iowa high school kid, just like all of us, to the Super Bowl in that short of amount of time? Like, because it seems like we flew through Iowa. Everybody, they flew through Iowa. They can't believe that time is over with, and now all of a sudden you're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was like my rookie season, and we're going to Miami, go to the Super Bowl. Are you kidding me?
Insanity.
And like I'm gonna be honest, I grew up a Packers fan, and so like that first time we played the Packers, the first time we played the Packers, it was just kind of like the NFC Championship. Kind of killed them, I guess. But it was insane seeing Aaron Rodgers on the field.
Yeah.
I grew up, watching him or whatnot, and then we played him in that NFC Championship game. And all I remember is just, our defense was insane.
It was your front seven was
unbelievable.
Every defensive coordinator in the world would have just dropped his drawers and bent over for your front seven.
Imagine I had to fucking practice against them every day. It was awful.
It was
awful. Yeah. No, it was. But yeah, all I remember is, we played the Packers, and as soon as that game ended, and you see the confetti just hit the field, and it's just like, I remember watching this shit on TV, and now it's actually here. And,
yeah.
And then going down to Miami for the Super Bowl, that was surreal as well. It's just the amount of shit that we got to do and see, and I never thought I would ever be at the Super Bowl.
How weird was it being teammates with George in Iowa when he was a nobody, and teammates with George with the Niners now that he's captain of the world?
Yeah, that's pretty insane. It's just how, I remember being him, a skinny little twig, when he was at Iowa, and I do remember him making some like crazy ass catches, in college, some weird ones, and now he does it all the time. It's like he's like the face of Nike right now, or like for Nike football, he's like the face, and you see him like you look through your fucking Snapchat and they give you an ad, and it's George Kittle doing something for Verizon.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me?
It's stupid. Like
it is.
He has all the Visa commercials. Like it's just dumb as hell.
He gets Bud Light shipped to his house every week and shit. It's like what is going on?
I saw a sheriff got some a Bush shipment.
Yeah. That is one of the nicest things, is you can get some free shit if you really want it.
He called them blue smoothies.
Oh, I haven't heard that. I've only heard blue yummies. That's what we call them. But blue smoothies. That's a good one. He called them
blue smoothies, and then Ike, of course, replied like smoothie time or something like that.
Did you see what Stallion?
Did you see what Cole Crossan commented? He commented back like, "You better be getting a shipment next week or something like that, or tomorrow or something." And Sheriff said, "Oh yeah, I just called him and told him I needed enough for a half-day hunting trip."
It's probably at his doorstep already.
Of course. Well, Ross, thank you for joining us and telling us a little bit about your story. It's definitely a unique one. I kind of just sat here and like in that same kind of awe that you probably experienced through the whole process of it. Like, damn, that really is like, it's like fairy tale, right? Mm-hmm. So happy for you. It's awesome to watch you keep grinding. All the success we hope comes your way. And we appreciate your time coming on the podcast.
I appreciate it, guys. Been excited to be a part of this. So
awesome. Have a great rest of your Sunday. For those listening, that was episode 119 of the Walkons. We'll be back again on Thursday. Peace.